YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the FC25 market. We'll be looking at meta cards, promo cards, what's going on with them, when can you be buying them. Also, we're going to be looking at what my investment plan is going to be, how I plan on making coins this week, and we'll be looking at leaks and what content to expect in the next few days. But before we get into all of that, we're going to talk about content today on Sunday. And again, guys, if you want cheap, fast, reliable coins on FC25, make sure you check out u7buy.com and use code TOTW at checkout. You will get 8% off your order. u7buy.com. Link is in the description down below. All right, let's get into content. What did we get today? Starting off with the big boy player SBC Thierry Henry. Cost just over 1 million coins. There is a 91 squad in there. Only 10 squads, but you know, there's a 91 squad in there, so that's helping juice the price. A couple questions about this card, people asking if they should do them. Now, I'm going to say this on this Henry. If you're playing him at left wing, I don't even think it's going to be worth it. If you're using match striker, then for sure, get it done. And one of the reasons why I say that is just because of the low driven shot playstyle plus. I've talked about this so many times. You guys probably are annoyed of hearing me say it, but with this low-driven shot playstyle plus, I really only think it's really good if you have base Travella, which he does have. But the only thing is he's right-footed and he's on the left. So if you're on the left side and you're right-footed and you go to Travella far post, you're bending it at the keeper. It doesn't really work unless you're going to try to shoot it near post, which could work, but it's not that good. You'd prefer to have this on the right, shooting it far post with the low-driven playstyle plus. If you've ever had a player with low driven playstyle plus and base Travella, you know what it's like. The shot comes off like crazy, but doesn't really have it. So it's kind of annoying. I don't recommend playing him off the left if you're using the low driven playstyle plus. And then if you're not, it's basically like you just have a card with one playstyle plus and it's rapid. Now, obviously stat wise, it's not bad, but it's just not something I'd really be looking to play at left wing, to be honest. So that's my opinion on Henry. And again, guys, if you ever have an icon, do the loan first. Do the loan, test the card out through the loan, and then go through and make a decision. By the way, new icon, where's it at? Icon SBC now has grassroots great icons in it. I don't think it did previously. I think last week, it might have been last week they added future stars, or this week. I don't remember, but grassroots greats, I believe that's new. I think the hero is the one that had the grassroots great previously added, and with the icon, it's new. I don't know, but they're still not that crazy. I mean, the icons are they're tough, man. They're tough. You can do them constantly. The odds of getting good cards is definitely not super high. Like, pack odds are 100% different. Like, this is an 88 plus icon, mixed icon player pick. When we had the level 40 season reward, the last level, that icon player pick was insane. Everyone was getting good players. I mean, this isn't really far off from it, and it's just constant garbage. So those were the SBCs. We did get a challenge SBC. I mean, I'm not even going to look at it. Who cares? Premium gold pack you get from it. But right here in evolution, this kind of goes into the evolution that we got. To Eres Mi Adolo. This was the evolution that the leakers were hyping up like crazy. We get two of them. One of them you can do through an SBC, and then the other one you can do through the actual evolution. We did also get a Immortals Cup today, so if you want to go do some objectives, get some packs and stuff like that, you can go do it through there. Now, let's go take a peek at this evolution. There's mixed opinions on it, and I'll give my opinion on it. It's a 100,000 coin evolution. Obviously, it's probably a lot easier to craft the SBC version instead of just spending 100K if you're going to do it once, but you can do it twice, which is pretty sick. Someone like Rafael Leao, you can put into this twice, and it comes out to be a pretty sick card. Now, a lot of mixed opinions on this evolution, and a big reason for it is leakers were hyping this evolution up like crazy. They were hyping this Evo up like this Rodrigo. You could put him into this Evo twice. It ended up being pretty sick. They were hyping this Evo up massively, like bomb emojis, fire emoji, bomb emoji, fire emoji, evolution. They were hyping it up a lot. And then it comes out and it's not a bad Evo. Like, it is not a bad Evo at all, but it's not like great. Oh my gosh, fantastic. If that makes any sense. It's just the way it was hyped up. Um, that's basically it. It's just the way it was hyped up. We thought it was going to be different than what it was. So that's pretty much that. It's just disappointing in that way. Mia Hamm, by the way, again fits an Evo. She fits the evolution, and she, instead of getting the low driven, now she gets finesse shot, which again is just another crazy playstyle plus for that card. But we can see as well that I guess the Evo isn't as good as the hype was expecting. You can get that as well because someone like Vinny is no longer extinct. Before content drop, he was max price extinct. Did I sell 2? I had 3 Vinnies. I sold 2 of them before content extinct, 220. And then I kept 1 just in case the Evo was really good. And it's good, but it's not like mind-blowingly good where I'm going to put a card I bought for 160 into a 100,000 coin Evo and make them untradeable. It's just, I'm not going to do it. So that, I mean, I don't know. It's not bad. It's really not bad. Vinny's actually a really good option for this evolution. If you could put like a bunch of base play styles on them to just give them some better stuff, you could definitely make the card a lot better. But that's the take on this Evo. It's not bad. Like I said, it's not a bad evolution. It's just it was hyped up by these leakers so much, and I had a little rant on stream. I'm sick of the leaks, man. It's so much fun when you don't know what's coming out. It's a surprise. The Evos just we have this conversation every year. The Evos, it just kind of takes a little bit of the excitement away, and especially as a content creator, I can't avoid the leaks, which sucks. So yeah, that's my take on the Evo, and that was content drop. So let's kind of talk about the market. Obviously, some of those evolution cards, I always say sell before content. Guys, sell before content. If you didn't sell before content, Liao was up at like 90K, right around content though. He was like 70, 79, 80K, dropped, rebounded, but you know, he's right back down in price. So, always sell your evolutions before. It's just the safe play. It's the better option. Just sell your cards before content. It's never really something you want to do with evolutions. There was a guy the other day in my stream that was pissed. He's like, "Oh, these leakers screwed me over, man. I'm losing so many coins because of them." He bought a Lucio for, I forget what it was, but he bought around, I think it was maybe, he either bought up at this price or maybe he bought early around here at 140, but he held into content. Lucio went from being over 180K, content drops, Evo's not crazy, dropped down to 110. It's always the same thing. It's not a good idea, especially if a card's up a lot, to hold it into content drop and just hope that the Evo is ridiculously good on the card. Not a good idea. So just, you know, another tip with evolution trading, don't hold into content. And that's that. So let's get into the Oh, I still got a Liao. Yikes. I guess he was blending in with the rest of my cards. That's fine. I'm gonna like take a little tax loss. I made a bunch of coins on the other one, so it's not that big of a deal. You can see I got a few cards here, so might as well start talking about some of the investments. We've been talking about evolution trading. Evolution trading is just, it's too easy. It's way too easy to make coins buying cards that are popular for evolutions. The evolution hype on this game right now with the leaks and everything, it's too popular. It's way too popular. There's way too much hype. The pump and dumps with it is ridiculous. When Discords get the leaks and they post the stuff, usually they buy the stuff before they post it. Not like posting it on Twitter, like before they post it in their Discord. Even if you're in one of the Discords, you're still going to be too late. And then even if you're in the Discord and you're there right when it's posted, you need to be there immediately getting ready to buy, because as soon as they post stuff, this stuff skyrockets. So just a heads up there. It sucks, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You can't trade with some of the leaks that those guys are posting, and we talk about it. You need to just be smart with your evolution trading. I have a whole video on it as well. Buying cards that are popular for evolutions. We talk about this all the time. Whenever popular evolution type cards are cheap, we buy them. Van Dyke is always a really good option. If you're on PC, stocking a few Van Dykes at this price right here, I mean, that's ridiculous. Right here as well, Could he get a little cheaper as the week goes on, maybe closer to rivals? Yeah, he can, but it's not going to hurt you stocking a few of these Van Dijks at this price. It's not going to hurt you at all, especially PC. PC especially, I mean, it's too cheap there. So Van Dijk is always one of those good cards you can just stock. Theo Hernandez, would I be buying him right now? You could. You could buy him. It's going to depend. The Gareth Bale is not a bad card. Bale's not a bad card. I've heard a lot of good things about him. It's going to probably depend on what this card ends up settling at around rivals. This card, really interesting. And this is one of those cards as well. If he ever does fit in Evo, he's going to go crazy. But that Theo Hernandez is an option. And then one of the big things we talked about is these promo cards, guys. These promo cards last year went crazy. They went up a ton because of evolutions. This is our main investment that we're targeting, and it's what we talked about in the previous video. Now, when to buy these cards is the question. It's really like you have two options. So you have the option of buying these cards now and then hoping Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, some sort of leak comes out for an upgrade SBC, or some sort of leak comes out for an evolution that they could fit. Then you would see these cards go up. But if we don't get any kind of information and then rival rewards comes around, these cards are going to drop. I bought this card. It was 16.5. I was buying it for 16,000 coins earlier. He's now down at almost 15K. He's down another 1,000 coins. And that was today when I was buying this card. Also, apologies for the late video. I had a game tonight. We got smoked. We didn't have enough players, and we got smoked 6-2. I was a little exhausted, got home, knocked out. My bad. Continuing, back to Blanc. I was buying for 16K. Now he's down another 1,000 coins at 15K. By the way, the lazy listing on him, you saw I sold one for 18.5. Pretty easy. I just list up. If I get a sale, great. If I don't, I just list up again. Now, basically what I'm saying is, if there's no leaks, no information that could bring some hype and make these cards rise before rivals, they're going to get cooked at rivals. I don't know how many packs you guys have opened during this promo, but these cards are so easy to pack. Like, so ridiculously easy to pack. It's insane. And because of that, the supply at rivals, I think, is really just going to cook them. So you can buy now, but the safer play is to just wait until Thursday rival rewards, to be honest. And that's pretty much that. I like Blanc a lot. Don't get me wrong, I like this Blanc a lot. The only issue is that first touch playstyle is really not something you want on his kind of a card. Kind of ruins it. So the better options, it's going to be Zanetti and it's going to be Zola. Nedved, I wouldn't really touch. Here's the thing. One thing I want to mention with the Blanc, 89 fodder, he's like approaching 89 fodder price. I think 89 fodder is like 13, 14K. So he's at a point where, I mean, risk-wise, he's not really going to be able to drop much more. We can take a peek at cheapest player by rating. Yeah, you can see right here. So they're 13. They're basically 14K actually. They're basically 14.5, and you have these cards right here. If you think about it, they really can't drop that much more. So if you want to start buying some of the Blancs, it's not something that I think you really need to stress about too much. Like, I think if you just want to pick up a few Blancs right now in lazy list, it's probably not a bad idea. Also, I don't think the fodder is really going to come down that much because it's the end of the weekend. Foot Champs is going to be up. Not as much supply. You have the icon, player SBCs like Henri, stuff like that. Usually the higher fodder goes up as the week goes on. So you probably don't have to worry about buying someone like Blanc, is all I'm trying to say. Now, for the other cards, like Zola, I think the two best options I honestly think are going to be Zola and Zanetti. The reason why I say that is because they're like not fodder price, one, but two, their cards are really good stat-wise, but then they also have the play styles to back them up. Ping, pass, intercept on a CDM, really good. Really good playstyle pluses right there. Finesse shot and quick step on a striker, really good playstyles. He moves really good in game, by the way. I used him as a sub today, and I was shocked as to how good he actually moved. He's small as well, so it's probably why. So these two are probably going to be the best options. This is really like an easy buy quite a few cards type of investment. I think there's a lot of potential to make some coins here. Definitely just stock a few. But the question is, are you buying now or at Rivals? I'm probably just going to do the safe route and buy at Rivals. But you saw I did pick up a few Blancs. And like I said, he's close to Fodder price. So not that big of a deal. Now, the other one that would go bonkers is Bale. Bale would go absolutely insane if he had any kind of evolution. You've seen we're getting 90 rated evolutions now. He could fit one, and if he gets one, his card's gonna go crazy. Like, it's actually going to go crazy. So I'd keep an eye on this Bale for sure. Rival rewards, I'll probably buy one for my team. I'm not gonna lie. And then if an Evo ends up coming out, awesome. If it doesn't, the card's going to be filthy. So I'm just going to enjoy using the card. So keep an eye on that Bale. And those are the evolution type cards. We have obviously some of those golds that I talked about. Keep an eye on some of those attackers. Like if Liao comes back down in price, don't be afraid to pick him up. How's this Liao doing? Kind of curious. He's chilling. If this Liao comes back closer to 300, should be a decent pickup that you just buy and wait. And then team of the week, you guys know I've talked about this Olise. He's actually on the rise now. He was down at like 27, 28. That's what he was chilling around before content. He was actually up at 32,000 coins, back down a little bit. Honestly, stock a few below 30K. I think that's fine. Anything below 30K, stock a few of them and just hold. PC, I tipped him at 23 and he was 23. So he's up a little bit. A lot of PC's got wild fluctuations. Just see if you can get him again closer to 23,000 coins, 24 like absolute max. And then Olise, just hold for a little bit. He currently has like a pretty cracked. Does he not? I thought he had a really good evolution. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be losing my mind. Hold on. Maybe it's a different version of Olise that fits the Evo. Let me look at evolutions. Renaissance, man. No, it's not that one. What's that? I thought there was an Evo that gave. Damn, I'm completely wrong. I thought there was an Evo that made the player really defensive, and I thought he fit that one. The one that like Bukayo Saka fit, Hansen fit. I thought he fit that Evo, but I guess I am wrong. That is on me. Damn. So, I mean, the fact that he's holding his value that well and he doesn't really have an evolution at the moment, that's crazy for him. It's impressive. That's actually fairly impressive. So with an actual evolution, I think that Olise would go up a lot. And for those of you wondering like why certain cards, it's just I get asked this every time. I have to explain this every single time. They're like, why this card? Why that card? It's just popular players. Like when you pick a card and you're like, evolutions, you just want to look at, is it a popular player? Like a big name player. There's a lot of hype around just that name. That's one. Is it a big team that they play for? Is it a big nation that they play for? And then stat wise, like, do they have good play styles, good play style pluses, stuff like that? So with Evos, will the card end up looking good? So that's kind of how the how we pick evolution type cards. And you just buy when they're low. So team of the weeks, we buy them Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. And then we just wait for them out of packs and they can go up a lot. And then with the gold cards, you just wait till they're low. It's as simple as that. Van Dijk, we stocked last time for, I was buying at 22K. He dropped down to 18K. He ended up going all the way up to 34,500 coins. It's just cards you buy and wait. That's it. So that's pretty much it for the investments going forward. That's my plan. Fodder. There's actually a couple fodder cards that I like. Let me just shout this out real quick. Fodder, we have 85s. Pretty much min price. I'd say if you can get them for 2.1, 2.2, that's fine. List them up for like 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, something like that. If you're on a low budget, you want to fill your transfer list with these 85s. Not a bad idea. 86s. You can see right here, they're pretty much all min price. I think if you click on them though, they're pretty much min price. This is a really good buy, I think. If you want to pick these up, 3.6, maybe 3.7 is fine. Perfectly fine. I think they'll do really good. If you look at content drop, actually, we can go look at content drop. See, they were min price and then content drop. They went all the way up to pretty much 4.2. So I'd expect them midweek, maybe closer to 4.5. You can make a few hundred coins per card right there. Same thing with the 85s. I think you'll make a few hundred coins per card. I don't think they're gonna skyrocket, but it's profit. So that's that. Let's go take a peek at the Discord and upcoming content. Bam. What is this? 12:30. That was from earlier. Let me delete that. A new icon set will be added to icon picks tonight. There you go. Stays 88 plus, and it was the grassroots greats, I believe. Now, the upcoming content. These are the rest of the cards that we're waiting on. I believe we got that Nedved SBC. Yeah, so we're waiting on the Showdown SBC with Muller, Brandt, and then we're waiting on a Mooney-Ain Flashback SBC. Now, tomorrow on Monday's always upgrade SBC day. We get something like a player pick. So maybe an 81 plus player pick, one of 3 81 plus player pick tomorrow on Monday. And then the 81 double upgrade that will be expiring. Then Tuesday is the day for Team of the Weeks. Tuesday's the day when we tend to get upgrade SBCs like 84 times 7, 83 times 10, something like that. That's when Team of the Weeks tend to do good. If you do want to stock Team of the Weeks up, I don't think they're going to go up a crazy amount, but it is zero risk. You can pick up Team of the Weeks at the moment for fully min price. Like the 85s are min price 10,500 coins. The 87s are min price 10,750 coins. But we've talked about this. If you're going to go that route, I recommend just just pick the better cards, as in potential evolutions. We have DeMarco, we have DiLorenzo right here. They're fully min price. They go for absolutely nothing, but you know what? They could fit Evos in the future, and they could end up being actually pretty decent cards. DiLorenzo's got some good stats. DeMarco's got some good stats. They're Italian fullbacks in the Italian league, so it's just more reasons for them to rise, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's that with these cards. It just jumped me out to the 23rd minute. Brilliant. That's that with Team of the Weeks, because of the whole upgrade SBCs that we get on Tuesday. Maybe we get something new, something that's pretty hype, because it was a little dull this week, to be honest. Wednesday, brand new Team of the Week. Campaign player picks on Wednesday, and then Thursday, marquee matchups. Friday, we're getting a second promo team for this promo. And again, the market going forward, like if you're buying these promo cards, you can buy them on Thursday, but just, another heads up, team of the season is going to be the promo, very likely after this promo. So having cards in your team, a lot of shit drops, especially when some of the team of the season hype starts to build. So just be very careful there. Yeah, just a warning, a little heads up. Be careful with expensive cards in your team. You could get cooked. And that's going to be it for this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. My trading Discord, my Twitch live stream description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.